Hey, welcome to this new conversation with Zoe. I want us to address something that I think is very important for us to grasp and to understand and even to leverage in our life. Let me tell you this. I bet I can guess with precision what is preventing you from achieving great things. I bet I can guess exactly what is holding you back. Do you have doubts? Let me tell you this. Between you and your dream, there is a problem you have difficulty solving. Let me repeat it. Between you and your problem, between you, and your dream, there is a problem you are incapable of solving. That is simple, but that is powerful. In fact, in this conversation, I want to help you with three mistakes you should avoid when you are making the diagnostic of your situation. Why? Because success is about our capacity to solve problems. The more problems you solve on your way to greatness, the more great things you will be able to accomplish or to achieve. Successful people are successful in solving problems. High achievers, high performers are top performers because they have mastered the skill of solving problems. It's about problems to solve. What you are lacking right now, it is an appropriate response to the situation that is preventing you from reaching your goal, from reaching your dream, from achieving that greatness you are called by God. That is very important. That is why making the right diagnostic is very important. Why? If I fail to make the right diagnostic, it means that I will be addressing the wrong problem. And if I address the wrong problem, I will waste my time trying to solve something that will never get me ahead in my game, that will never help me move the needle in my field. So first of all, it starts with pinpointing the right problem. Hi everyone, it's Zoe here as usual in this new conversation where I want to share with you three mistakes you should avoid while making the diagnostic of your situation. Why? Because success is about solving problems. The more problem you solve, the more great things you will be able to achieve. First of all, let me tell you this. When you go to a physician or to your doctor, and you say to him, I feel pain here, I feel a pain here, you are addressing symptoms. But when you go to the doctor will not solve your pain, but the doctor will use the symptoms and the knowledge he has to find the cause. The cause is the problem. The symptoms are just the effects. Many of us, when we say that this is why I am failing, this is why I'm not achieving my dreams, we are pinpointing symptoms, or we are addressing something we call a problem that is not the real problem. What you see, the pain you are feeling, the discomfort you are feeling, it is not the right problem. The problem is deeper than that. It is the cause, something that causes the pain, something that causes the bad results. That is the real problem. And that is the approach you have to use when you are making the diagnostic of your situation. Now, the first mistake I want you to avoid when you are making the diagnostic of your situation is this. Avoid thinking that your problem has to do with others. Many people, when you ask them, why are you failing? What is preventing you right now from achieving your goal? Many of them will start accusing other people. It is because of him. It is because of her. It is because of my parents. It is because of my boss. It is because of my sister. It is because of my spouse. It is because of my children. It is because of them. The moment you start accusing other people, you are already failing and you have no chance in coming out of this situation in victory. No chance. Because people are not the problem. People are not the problem. You are responsible for your results. Yes, I know that people may have done you wrong, but I want to tell you the response was under your control, and you can decide to respond appropriately or you can decide to respond badly, wrongly. That is under your control. So you cannot accuse other people for your faith. The real problem is not other people. Your real problem is about how you are responding to their behavior, how you are responding to what they have done to you. So never think that your problem has to do with others. No, no, no. That is the first mistake you should avoid. Your problem is not about other people. And let me tell you this. You know, the moment you say that I'm not succeeding or I'm not achieving greatness because of him or because of her or because of them, what you are saying is that I will never be able to achieve it. Why? Because you cannot change other people. You cannot change someone else. Only God can do that. You can influence him into the change you want him to experience. But you cannot bet on changing other people. The person you have 100% control over is you. So if I cannot change him or her or them, therefore I have to change my response. It is as simple as that. I cannot solve a problem that has to do with other people, but I can always solve a problem that has to do with me. I can solve a problem that has to do with me and my response, but I cannot solve a problem that has to do with other people because other people are not me, and I have 100% control over me, not over my spouse, not over my children, not over them. Only God can change them, and it will take time. And the more efficient way for me to solve and to change my situation is to invest time in the part upon which I have 100% control. This is conversation with Zoe. The second mistake you should avoid in making the diagnostic of your situation, it is to think that your problem has to do with your environment, with your external circumstances, with events. Yes, bad events happen. Bad things happen. It is obvious. People are raped. People are blackmailed. People are belittled. People experience bad things from other people and from the environment. But the moment you accuse the environment, you are losing your power of changing things. I cannot change something I don't have 100% control over. If the problem is my country, Therefore, I am doomed to my situation. I will never be able to achieve my dream. But let me tell you this. The fact that in the same environment where you are accusing your government, you are accusing the circumstances, there are people who are succeeding, it is an indication that your excuses are nonsense. Excuse my French, but I have to say it as it is. Your environment is not a problem. Your town is not the problem. The government, I don't say that your government is good or your environment is good, but what I'm saying is this: it is your response to that environment which is the real problem. The problem is not the environment. The problem is not the circumstances. The problem always has to do with your response. Let me tell you this, a nugget I want to give you, and you have to write it down. Every time we talk about responsibility, we are talking about response. Write it down. Every time we hear responsibility, I want you also to hear response, because responsibility comes from response. So if you are responsible for your results, it means that your responsibility is found in your response. The more appropriately you respond, the more you take control of the situation by honing your responsibility. You cannot change something you are not responsible for. You are responsible for something because the results are 100% totally under your control. You can change them by changing your response. You cannot change other people. You cannot change the environment. You cannot change circumstances, but you can change how you respond. And if you can change how you respond, you can change the result. I used to say it to people: if I cannot change something, then it is no more a problem. It is a fact. For example, if I'm a basketball player, I cannot change the rules of the basketball game. I cannot change that. So the rules of the basketball game are not the problem. The problem, it is my capacity to play within the rules and to win. If I cannot play within the rules and win, therefore I will not able to achieve great things. And the problem is not the rules. The problem, it is my incapacity to play according to the rules and to win. So never think that your problem has to do with your circumstances. This was the second mistake. The third mistake is this: never think that your problem has to do with your upbringing or your background. Many people love to accuse their parents, love to accuse the fact that they didn't go to school, love to accuse their family background. But as I was saying in the second mistake, this is a fact. You will not change your parents. You will not change your upbringing. You will not change your family background. You will not change that. You will not change your youth. You will not change that. It is a fact. Now, how you use those events that happened to you, how you use that history that happened to you, there is found your capacity to get ahead, to move the needle, and to achieve great things. Many people we are admiring come from bad backgrounds, have bad upbringings, but despite that, they succeeded. They succeeded in achieving outstanding results because they understood this. The environment, the background, and other people may do things to me, but at the end of the day is how I respond to those events this upbringing, this background, and what people have done to me, that will determine the kind of results I will have in life. Simple. Never make that mistake. It's time for you to understand where is the real problem. It's time for you to find where is the real problem. And the problem is not with other people. The problem is not with your circumstances. The problem is not with your upbringing. The problem is not with your background. The problem is will be found in your capacity to respond. You have to know that for every event, for every circumstance, for everything someone does to you, there is an appropriate response you have to have. If you fail to have that appropriate response, you will never be able to move ahead. You will never be able to solve that problem, to overcome that obstacle, because it always has to do with your capacity to respond appropriately. These were the three mistakes I wanted to share with you, because success is about also our capacity to solve problems. And to solve problem means that in the first place, you will pinpoint it the right problem, not the wrong one. Because if we pinpointed the wrong one, we will be going after something that will waste our time and will never help us achieving something significant. That is what I wanted to share with you in this conversation with Zoe. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast, to subscribe to our channel, like this video, share it with people you know may need this kind of content, this kind of idea, of information. And as I usually say, it was Zoe from Cameroon. I wish you success.